You're sitting in a room full of people, friends, family, maybe even someone who loves you. And yet, somewhere deep inside your chest, there's this quiet, hollow feeling, like you're behind glass, present but unreachable, there but not really there. And the most confusing part? You can't explain it, because you're not alone. So why does it feel like you are? If that feeling is familiar, stay with me, because what's happening to you has a name. It has a science, and understanding it might be the most important thing you do today. Here's what most people get wrong about loneliness. They think it's about being physically alone. It isn't. Loneliness is not a measurement of how many people are around you. It's a measurement of how deeply you feel understood by them. Neuroscientist John Cacioppo spent decades studying loneliness at the University of Chicago, and what he found completely changed how scientists understand it. Loneliness is not an emotion. It's a biological signal. Just like hunger tells your body it needs food, loneliness tells your brain it needs genuine connection. Real, deep, seen and understood connection. And here's the critical part. You can be surrounded by 100 people and still receive 0 of that signal. Your brain doesn't care how many people are in the room. It only cares whether any of them truly see you. So why do some people feel this invisible loneliness, even around the people closest to them? There are 3 powerful reasons science has identified. The first is emotional masking. Many people, especially those who grew up in environments where emotions weren't safe to express, learn to perform connection rather than feel it. You laugh at the right moments, you say the right things, you show up. But underneath, there's a version of you that never actually enters the room. Psychologists call this surface acting, and research shows it's exhausting and deeply isolating because you're expending enormous energy maintaining a version of yourself that isn't fully real. The second reason is mismatched depth. Some people are simply wired for deeper connection than most conversations allow. Small talk, group chats, surface-level socializing, none of it reaches the part of them that actually needs to be fed. A 2020 study published in the journal Psychological Science found that people who reported the highest levels of loneliness weren't necessarily spending less time with others. They were spending more time in shallow interactions and less time in meaningful ones. You're not lonely because you're alone. You're lonely because the connections around you don't go deep enough to reach you. The third reason is the most heartbreaking. Some people feel lonely in relationships because they've never truly believed they are lovable as they actually are. So they hide parts of themselves, the messy parts, the complicated parts, the parts they think are too much. And when someone loves the version of you that you've presented, not the full version, that love, as real as it is, can't touch the loneliness because the part that needs to be loved is still hidden. Here's something that should make you take this seriously. Chronic loneliness, even the invisible kind surrounded by people, has measurable effects on the brain and body. Cacioppo's research found that lonely people show elevated cortisol levels, the stress hormone, even in social situations. Their nervous system is constantly on low-level alert, always scanning, always sensing the gap between what's there and what's needed. Brain scans show that the pain of social disconnection activates the same neural regions as physical pain. Your brain processes loneliness the same way it processes a broken bone. This isn't weakness. This isn't sensitivity. This is biology telling you something important. The connection you're missing isn't a luxury. It's a need, as real and as urgent as sleep or water. So what do you do with this? You start by understanding that the solution to this kind of loneliness isn't more people. It's more truth. One honest conversation goes further than 100 surface-level ones. One relationship where you are fully seen heals what 1,000 shallow ones cannot. Stop performing. Start revealing. Slowly, safely, with people who have earned it. And if you don't have that person yet, that's okay. Many people don't. But knowing that you need depth is the first step toward finding it. Because the loneliness you feel in a crowd is your soul telling you something important. It isn't telling you that you're broken. It isn't telling you that something is wrong with you. It's telling you that you were built for something deeper than what you've settled for. And somewhere out there, there are people built exactly the same way, looking for exactly what you are. If this finally put words to something you felt for years, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Sometimes the loneliest people in the room are standing right next to each other. And if you want to understand another part of yourself that nobody has ever explained to you, the next video is going to hit just as deep. Click it. You'll feel it the moment it starts.